Megan, I mean, this is the group that they're always competing for 48 minutes. We're up, we're down. Tonight, a case where the Timberwolves came out and played really, really well. And we took a big punch there in the first half, third quarter, go down 10, to start the fourth quarter, but our guys never waver. I think it's just the connectivity, the togetherness of our guys on the floor. We don't get deflated. We've got that positive spirit we always talk about. I thought our bench was unbelievable for us tonight. I mean, Melt, Grayson, X, even Tim Frazier, guys that are in street clothes, our Grizz swag, as we call it. Those guys are just keeping the group upbeat, constantly talking, keeping our heads up. We know it's a long, long game, and it pays off, when you can keep just focusing on controlling what you can control, how hard you play, the effort that you're giving, the shots that you're creating that may not be falling, and then there in the fourth quarter, it just kind of breaks loose. So the confidence in just going out there, playing for each other, competing like we need to, possession after possession, and we'll find a way to hopefully win ball games.
Drew Hill.
Taylor, you said you were hoping that you'd handle the defensive pressure a little bit better tonight. You only had 7 turnovers and 80 points in the paint. I'm assuming you were satisfied with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, early on we weren't being physical enough with our screen setting and some of the details we talk about and getting the ball in certain spots on the floor to kind of loosen up the pressure. But then as the game went on, we kind of reminded the guys about that and the importance of it. And then we executed, beautifully. Like I said, I thought for the majority of the game until the fourth quarter, we were getting great looks, open threes, floaters, layups that we normally finish, all created by, a successful offense against pressure. We just kept staying the course. But getting 80, points in the paint against a team that can, get really active. I thought we moved the ball really well, throughout a lot of different actions on offense, next play mentality. If the first action wasn't there, we've been drilling that a lot recently. And our guys just kept fighting through. And when a window opened for us to attack, we took advantage of it.
Evan Barnes.
Hey, Taylor, for all the talk of let it fly, you guys have preached post play being essential for this offense. So on a night where you guys set a franchise record, just kind of, does this just kind of remind us how important it is for you guys, even when the shots aren't falling, it's keep attacking the paint no matter what and let that kind of dictate things even more? Yeah,
I mean, that's the number one thing we talk about is getting downhill, getting a piece of the paint in a variety of ways and with a variety of different players. We want all of our guys, whether it's in transition, it's our driving kick, it's off a dribble handoffs, it's through the post. If we can just get to next actions, like I talked about, maybe release some pressure, you open up some driving lanes. We've been ultra successful, in a year plus right now of just getting downhill and getting in the paint. Got a lot of guys that can really finish in the paint. So that's our MO. And we know if we can do that, that eventually opens up more looks from the outside. And then we just shoot it with confidence. I know the attempts aren't up, but we score 80 points in the paint. I'll take that every single night and know that we're getting great looks as well. We just keep putting the work on paint execution and letting it fly from the 3-point line. This will really enhance our offense in the long run.
Parker Fleming.
Yeah, Coach. So Xavier Tillman, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 assists. Just what do you think of his performance tonight? What do you think of his adjustment so far to playing the 5 at an NBA level?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's, learning, at a rapid pace very well. I've said, a couple times recently, just the solid impact he makes. Some nights it might be scoring, it might be playmaking, but you talk about his line right there. It's assists, it's the rebounds, it's steals, it's individual defense against, one of the best bigs in the league, Karl Anthony Towns. Thought he did a heck of a job. Some of the blockouts he had to not lead to rebounds for himself, but for his teammates. He just goes out there and does, things to impact winning. He was huge for us tonight, his individual matchups, the different pick and roll coverages we threw out there. And then he just has a, unique ability, in our team offense just to go out there and play a high level role to, do whatever it takes to execute on the offensive end as well.
Adam Tyke.
Hey, Taylor, it seems that over the course of the last week that pace has been a major point of emphasis from you. I mean, you even mentioned it in the pregame today. How much did pacing play into the run in the fourth tonight, and how do you guys make sure to control that going forward?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, pace obviously takes some conditioning, and, we're hopefully using these game experiences and the limited practices we have, on the court to drill our pace because that's where we're at our best. But it all starts with our defensive activity. I thought our defensive activity, in that fourth quarter was unbelievable. contesting the 3-point line, scrapping, keeping guys in front of us, getting hands on balls, creating deflections, securing rebounds, and then getting out and running. It's going to test you. Can you do it for 48 minutes? And that's something that we're just continuing to talk about. Is we got to have that for the first possession of the game. We got to hit the ground running. We know our defense has been super active, in this recent stretch. Hopefully that'll fuel our offense. And we can't just bank on turnovers or stops. When a team scores, we're showing on the film, we're drilling it, getting the ball out, trying to create advantages. It may be for early shots, it may be early driving actions, all to get, paint touches and threes. And then when we get in the half court, we even talk about our pace in the half court. I thought tonight was a great example, kind of relieving the pressure, getting to the next action, and doing it with pace. So that's something we're drilling. You got to get conditioned for it. And I think our guys are trending in the right direction.
Hey, that's all the time we have. Thanks, Taylor.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Take care.